All right, let's talk about building a modern data platform on Azure. It can feel like a huge task. You need something that's not just powerful, but also scalable and super secure. Today, we're going to walk through the architectural blueprint that'll help you turn all that data chaos into some real clarity. Let's dive in.
So this is the big question, isn't it? It's the challenge that so many of us are facing. You've got data just pouring in from everywhere, your CRM, maybe some IoT devices, application logs, and it's all in different formats. How in the world do you make sense of all of that without just creating an even bigger mess? Well, that's exactly what we're going to tackle.
Okay, so first things first, we have to establish some order. Before we can even think about analyzing or reporting or predicting anything, we need one single unified place for all of our data to land. It doesn't matter where it came from or what it looks like. We're building the foundation.
And that foundation, it's Azure Data Lake Storage, or ADLS for short. The best way to think about it is like a vast central reservoir. So instead of having your data scattered across a dozen different systems, everything gets directed to land right here first. This is absolutely the key to taming that data chaos.
So we've got all our data flowing into this one big lake, which is great. But we can't just let it become a data swamp, right? A jumbled mess isn't useful to anyone. So the next critical step is to create some structure within the lake itself. We're going to build a clear path from that raw, messy data to refined, usable insight. And here's how we do it, with layers. It's a really simple but incredibly powerful concept. The first layer is the raw layer. When data comes in from any source system, we drop it here, completely untouched. It is an exact, unaltered copy. From there, we process it. We clean it, we validate it, we give it some structure, and then we place that result in the curated layer. This becomes our golden data, the stuff that's actually ready for the business to use. Now, what's so brilliant about this two-layer approach is that it serves two totally different groups of people perfectly. The raw layer, that's a playground for data scientists. They can explore the original, unfiltered data and apply their own structure, or schema, as they read it. It gives them maximum flexibility. The curated layer, though, that's for your business analysts. The data there is already structured, it's reliable, and it's perfect for building out reports and dashboards. Okay, so we've got our layers, but what about organizing the files inside those layers? We can't just dump everything in there. We need a clear, predictable system, kind of like the card catalog at a library. This is what makes sure that anyone, or any automated process, can find the exact data they need and find it fast. And here it is. This is a best practice approach you can literally copy and use. In the raw layer, see how we organize by the source system, then the data entity, and then by date? This creates a perfect historical archive. But in the curated layer, we switch gears and organize by a business subject area, like sales or marketing. That's just way more intuitive for the analysts who are going to use it. So why are we so obsessed with this folder structure? Why does it matter so much? Well, it all comes down to one word: performance. By organizing the data this way, especially by date, we enable something called partitioning. So think about it like this. Instead of searching an entire library for one book, partitioning lets you go directly to the right shelf. Your analytics engine can just scan the data for last month, for example, instead of sifting through the entire history. This makes your queries way, way faster and cheaper too. All right, let's do a quick recap. Our data is collected, it's separated into layers, and it's neatly organized in folders. Now it's time for the fun part: unlocking its value. And for that, we need a really powerful processing engine that can take our curated data and turn it into actual business intelligence. And the tool for this job is Azure Synapse Analytics. This is the heavy hitter, the industrial strength engine of our whole platform. Synapse is what bridges that gap between the massive amounts of data in our lake and the end users who need to query it at lightning speed. It's really built for enterprise-scale analytics. So how does it work? Well, we build these automated jobs, or batch pipelines, inside of Synapse. They run on a schedule, maybe every night, and they take the latest curated data, transform it into a super optimized format, and then load it into a high-performance query engine. From there, BI tools like Power BI can connect and get that data with incredible speed. Okay, we've designed this powerful and efficient platform. It's awesome. But, and this is a huge but, none of it matters if it isn't secure. Security can't be an afterthought. It has to be woven into the fabric of the architecture right from day one. So let's look at the key layers of defense. Security in Azure is all about layers. You've really got three pillars to think about.
First, there's role-based access control, or RBAC. This is about who can manage the services, like who has permission to start or stop Synapse. Next, you have access control lists, or ACLs. This gets much more granular. It controls who can read or write specific folders and files inside the data lake. And finally, everything is backed by encryption, which protects the data itself while it's just sitting there. You absolutely need all three for a solid security posture.
Whew, we have covered a lot of ground, from that first landing zone all the way to processing and security. So, to bring it all home, let's just condense our entire design into a simple, actionable checklist that any architect can use when they're building on Azure. So, here's your checklist. It all starts with that central data lake. Get that set up first. From there, you implement the raw and curated layers. Then, define that smart folder strategy to guarantee performance. After that, you bring in Synapse to be your analytics engine, and finally, you wrap the entire thing in those layers of security. If you follow these steps, you are well on your way to a world-class data platform. So there you have it, a complete architectural blueprint. This structure isn't just designed to store data. It's designed to turn it into a real strategic asset. The only question left is, with this kind of power at your fingertips, what insights are you going to unlock first?